All right, morning everyone. Today is April 3rd and it could be our last boil for the year. Things have been staying warm. I didn't boil yesterday, we boiled the day before. It was warm yesterday and I probably should have boiled, but 0.8% sap, it takes a lot to make a gallon of syrup, and I was gonna make like maybe 5 gallons of syrup last night with what we had for sap. So I said, nope, I'm gonna wait, let it run through the night, and then it's gonna warm up today. We'll get a little bit more, and then we got a snowstorm starting tonight. So we'll be boiling in the snow tonight. But I've got some syrup that we made the other night. I did pull the bubbler out the other day because I wanted to make darker syrup. The flavor was getting a little bit darker, and I wanted the color to get there too. So I pulled the bubbler out, made some really nice dark syrup. Not quite my favorite because I like amber hot off the evaporator, but this stuff was damn good. The buds are getting really big right now, so we've been paying attention to them. The flavor hasn't gone off yet, and the buds haven't popped, so we're still good. Gonna boil tonight, like I said, and see what we can make, and then get ready for the snowstorm. There's probably 10 gallons of syrup in there, somewhere in that ballpark, maybe 8 or 9. Gotta get it filtered, get it up, but I gotta get the water jacket filled up first. I had that drained, I cleaned it the other day, so I gotta do that. That barrel is almost full. I'm probably gonna call it full because that's amber in there and we're making dark now. But I am gonna finish with that 30 gallons that I opened the other day, a very dark. I'm gonna finish bottling that up after I do this dark, and then see if we can get ready to boil some sap tonight. Of course, I was chasing the temperature the other night bad, and we're a little light. So that means I gotta boil it a little bit, which is just gonna slow everything down this morning. It's only like 3/4 of a point light, so it's not crazy, but it's enough to be a hassle. But that's why we check it again, just to make sure we're perfect. But the other night it was a battle chasing the temperature up. We weren't making syrup consistent because we were pushing out some raw sap that we'd been boiling with. So when the rig doesn't run consistent, it doesn't like it. So, oh well. I did put the pan cleaner to the rig the other night, drained it all out, filled it up, let the bubbler run overnight. The front pan I scrubbed, and you can never really see if you get it all when you're scrubbing because it's wet and it doesn't show up. So I missed a few pieces, but I think I'm actually gonna start scrubbing the front pan. I normally just put the pressure washer to it and call it good, but I think I'm actually gonna start scrubbing it because it looks a lot better, and if I keep the majority off, then it's easier at the end of the season. But I do zero scrubbing in the back, not even a little bit. That's just the pressure washer that gets that clean like that. It's just with the hood on there, it's just too much work. I can get in the doors with the pressure washer and get it close enough. Then at the end of the season, I'll pull the hood off and I'll really get in there and put the elbow grease to it. But this works so much better now. I've never had pans that are this clean in this season because it was just too hard to clean. Now I drain them into the draw-off tanks that are down there. I filter my flue pan when I drain that off, and then just put the cleaner to it, leave the bubbler on overnight, come up in the morning, the flues are just about perfectly clean, a little bit of pressure washer, and you fill it back up. So I've never had a rig this clean, and the bubbler just makes it easy because I don't have to put the elbow grease into it. All right, that's up to temperature now. Density's right. Just gotta let it cool down. It just takes a few minutes to let it cool down so that we're not gonna make niter again after we filter it and do everything. So that'll cool down. I got that other barrel brought in that I'm gonna bottle. Probably start bringing some containers down because it won't be long and we'll be bottling and get this done because I got plenty to do today, that's for sure. So without making too much of a mess, what I did is I didn't have the paper pushed down far enough so the holes didn't line up. And that just let the syrup come right through. You can see it shooting up, so damn it. So now I get the great task of blowing that syrup off out of there. Then I'm gonna have to clean it, which means I gotta drain it. This is a pain in the ass. Canner's been cleaned, filled back up with water, so that's heating back up again. Press is changed, cleaned. What a pain. I did take the papers though, and I pushed them down a little bit more just to kind of make sure that I've got them where they need to be. I don't know, there's no right answer, and I'm sure there's gonna be a bunch of haters that tell me I'm not doing it right, which is fine because I'm sure they're perfect too, but that's okay. Syrup's heating back up. That'll be ready shortly. I'm gonna go get some more filter papers because I'm running low, and probably grab a snack. I think I'll raid the kids' Easter candy because that's what I do. All right, filter and syrup round 2. Filter press looks like it's acting better. I don't see any crud going down the side where the clear syrup is, and that looks better too. Weird how that works. I think I just had a paper in wrong and paid the price for it. So it is what it is. But get this bottled, get that other batch heating up so I can get done in here today. There, that looks a lot better now. All right, very dark syrup going through the filter press, going up. This stuff is all going in plastic that goes to a barrel company, whiskey barrel company. They used it. So it's not in a branded container, just got a sticker on it. But I should be able to get the whole thing up there and get this done. And then the kids are gonna be home early today because it's early release, which is one of my favorite days, you know, because you can hang out with the kids a little bit longer. All right, I got all the syrup bottled, got everything cleaned up. The sugar house is really ready to go for tonight for the most part. But it's time to go haul some sap. And then I gotta go to the post office and make a delivery to one of our wholesale customers. I've kind of forgot about the wholesale customers, so I gotta get that in today, and then I'll pick the youngest up. Here at the Blake Road Woods, the sap doesn't look terrible. I mean, it's not the clearest stuff ever, but it's pretty good. It's like 38 degrees right now, not really running great. That storm's coming in. We're gonna get wind and snow, multiple feet of snow, so it ought to be awesome. But we're gonna boil before that and then see what happens after this storm. My hunch is we're right on the edge of being done, but we're gonna boil sap tonight anyways. Another reason that I'm sick of these solar powered systems is it was sunny all day yesterday. Like, it was really nice. And it's at 11 volts right now. It should have had enough power built up. So I don't know what the hell is wrong with these things. I'm over them. Sick of them. Not the best sap, not the worst sap. So we'll get this stuff too. Just letting the crew know that we're gonna be going tonight at least one more time. We'll see. If we make junk tonight, we're done. If we make good stuff tonight, we'll see what happens after the storm. Here at the Big Woods, there's probably 1,000 gallons of sap anyways in here. It's not terrible looking. We'll take this stuff too. Finish putting a load on here, go back, get Bridget, take her to dance, and then come back and get the rest of it, get the tank cleaned. So, gotta hustle because I'm already getting hell for not being there on time to get her to dance. Vacuum pump looks good. RPMs are right where they should be. So tell me there's no leaks in the woods, which is good because I don't even have time to go check for leaks right now. I really need to get in and get this releaser cleaned. I think I cleaned it beginning of the week or end of last week, and the other one has been longer than that. So I need to make time and get releasers cleaned, that's for sure. Good thing I ran down here because I definitely had that valve open, so I could have put all this sap right out the drain. So check and see how bad the sugar content is today. 0.9, it went up a little bit. The little things that make you kind of feel better about yourself. Brooke's helping me haul sap now. We're getting the last bit of it. I think there's like 300 gallons here, be my hunch, but maybe not quite that much. But it's finishing up, pumping out now. It's just draining, and it was doing that when I was here before. So even at 38 and it feels cold and windy, it's still running today, which is fairly surprising. Getting the last little bit of sap here at home. This stuff is about the same as the rest of it. It doesn't look the worst, but it's definitely not the best. One thing I am doing today though is all my pump out lines, rather than draining them back into the tanks, I'm putting them on the ground. That way I've got a completely clean tank. I'm not putting any bacteria or yeast back into these tanks, because we've got 2 days of snow for sure. Then who knows what it's gonna do. So I'm just trying to keep as much crud out of the tanks as I can at the cost of a little bit of sap. But it is what it is to try and gain a little bit more at the end of this season. Had to put the snow pusher back on the tractor because we're getting 1.5 to 18 inches of snow tonight and tomorrow, so I don't want to have to deal with that in the middle of the storm. So tractor's ready. I greased it, the snowblower yesterday, so that's right. Filled the wood bin up. I was like half full. We're using that now because all the sugar house wood is used up out of the woodshed, and get the spare pile down there now. But check on this RO, and then I probably got to go cook the little one a little bit of dinner. I'm making a little under 5% right now. That's still really just on the first pass. I'm only gonna have to make, 200 gallons of concentrate tonight, so this has got a few minutes before I'll kick it all up there. But we're gonna put now 4.5 of concentrate and 10 of permeate right now, and I'm at like 400 psi, so let this thing just kind of work for a few minutes. I do need to take the bubbler out. I put it back in to clean it, but now I'm gonna take it out because I want to make some dark syrup, and we'll keep making light syrup that has a dark flavor. So I'm going to take that out. I've got it now to where I can just pick the hood up and just spin it around, and I can pull that thing out. It only takes me a couple minutes. So. By doing this, I can get down in here, take this pipe out, that one will roll up out, then I just slide it the other way. But you can see, without even scrubbing, things are looking pretty clean in there. I mean, obviously there's some scrubbing work to do, but next time. That's not good. There's not a lot of CL smoothies left. I better call Luke and have him pick some up. Hey, you're coming over tonight, right? I was just gonna, I'm short on silver sodas. I'm a little short on silver sodas. Okay, perfect. Luke was just getting ready to pull in, And good thing I called him when I did, because we are short on silver sodas, and that could be tragic tonight if we don't have enough of those. So it's about time to get this thing ready. Oh yeah. Go to your home. Woo. So we just had an issue. I don't know what happened, but no sap on the sight gauge, and the flues were empty. So I yarded the float apart and just dumped as much in as we could. I put the defoamer to it. I have no idea what stuck. I don't know if it's something in the pipe that goes across into the float box or what happened, but there was not a lot of sap in that back then. So I think we're good. I think it was boiling enough that it kept everything cool, but I don't know yet. So this could be interesting. And then the float, we've been fighting with that since then. So I don't know what happened. I think there was something in that crossover pipe. I ran the brush through it. Seems to be acting better now, but I don't know. More to come on this disaster tonight. So we are shut down now. Another good night of boiling. We made, I don't know, that much. There's probably like 8-9 gallons in there. We're still making a great flavored dark syrup, even though we're pushing the end of the season. So I'm leaving the vacuum pumps on. A couple days of snow coming. I don't know what happened tonight with the back pan with that float sticking or foam issue. I don't think it was foam. I don't know, but I think I got damn lucky is my hope that we didn't lose that back pan, but more to come later on that. And then the auto draw, I think I've got a short in the probe someplace in the wire. It was on the fritz tonight, bouncing all over the place. It was pissing me off, but I don't know. I'm gonna shorten the wire up because I know I've got one spot that's bad in it, but I've gotta, I don't know, I gotta figure that thing out because it wasn't consistent tonight. I know for a fact we weren't making syrup at 225, but because that was, the 050 was at like 8 degrees. So I don't know. Another thing to have to fight with. But we're supposed to get in 1.5 to 18 inches of snow tonight, tomorrow. Deal with that. I don't have to work until Friday, so I should be able to clean this stuff up. And then it's supposed to be like 60 Monday, so maybe next week we'll be done. The board is filling up. Tonight will put us over 300 gallons, which is 100 gallons behind last year. And we're only like 1,000 gallons of sap behind. So we made a lot more syrup last year with pretty much the same amount of sap. So life as a farmer.